Hello and welcome to photokinaTV, powered by FototTV, broadcasting here from Photokina in Cologne. And the great thing about the fair is you get international guests delivered right into your studio, and this one...
Must be nice, huh?
yeah, it's works very well. David Mecy.
Hi Mark, nice to see you again.
Hello, and welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Now David, we met for the first time at Photokina 2 years ago.
Yes, we did.
And you were presented here as the Playboy photographer.
Well, yeah.
And you're back, and there's new things to talk about.
Yes, it's now David Mecy 2.0, I guess you called it. It's me moving on and doing other things in the what I call the real world. And that is working with a lot of various clients, such as lingerie clients, swimwear clients, sportswear fashion, that sort of thing. And just moving on and using what I learned at Playboy to further myself in the real world.
Where does this change come from? Were you fed up with it, or what's the reason behind it? Where's this challenge?
Well, I think, I don't know, I don't want to say I was fed up with it, but I think it was more of, I'd been with him for so many years, and I felt that I wanted to do more things for me, and instead of working always for the bunny, although I worked for them for like 23 years, it was something that I wanted to do for myself. And I wanted to expand on my photography rather than just shooting for their type, their style of shooting. I wanted to go out and utilize what I had learned while being there and expand upon that and do some other things and explore more in the world of photography.
Would you say that's an important thing for a photographer to do, to reinvent oneself, to sort of keep the punch, the motivation to go out for new projects?
Absolutely. I think that for a photographer to be able to grow, to be able to expand his business, to become better at what he's doing, he needs to really reach out and stretch his imagination a little bit, stretch what he does with his lighting, that sort of thing, to become a better photographer. Otherwise you become, I think, I don't want to use the word stale, but that's about the best way to put it. You become too relied on your reputation. And it can only take you so far. You have to continue to expand, explore, and do really wonderful new images.
To reinvent yourself also implies to learn.
Yes.
What are the things that you felt you had to learn in order to go into that new direction?
Well, I think a large part of it was learning how to market yourself, learning how to get your name out there among people, to think of you as more than just another one of the Playboy photographers that had been with the magazine for so many years. It was to get out and become a person that's capable of doing more than that. And to do that, I've had to really change some marketing ideas, promotion pieces, do a lot of shows like this, make friends with various manufacturers that I buy, use their equipment and that sort of thing, to help market myself and to let people know that I am capable of shooting more than just the Playboy style, but I can take that and do anything that's very glamorous looking to more editorial style to catalog. In fact, most of my work now is catalog based.
I'm happy you mentioned it, because many photographers out there seem to think, I'm a photographer, I take pictures, but they tend to forget about the marketing side. You have to get clients, it's sales, it's marketing, and you talked a lot about that on the stage of leading photographers over there in Hall 6, I guess, on the stage of Guido Karp. So what did you tell people?
I think it was at Hall 6 or Hall 9. Well, anyway, with Guido Karp, yes. Yesterday, I think I spent a great deal of time of talking about what I needed to do to move away from that being considered a Playboy shooter and put myself out there among all the other photographers that are out vying for work. And to do that, I had to become more imaginative with my lighting. I had to expand upon what I'm doing, take what I had learned at Playboy, dilute that a little bit by simplifying it to some degree and making it an exciting image, but not looking like it was shot for the magazine. It's getting out there and just really opening yourself up and really trying to, match wits with all those other pro photographers out there that's doing the same thing.
Okay, now let's take a look at some of the results of David Mecy 2.0.
Okay.
Here's a picture on my computer. Tell me about it.
This was a shot that I did. It's outside outside Los Angeles in a little area called Calabasas. This was shot, we were doing actually just a test of a couple of models that I had met, and I wanted to do something that had kind of a 50s kind of feel, yet with modern wardrobe. So I got with a wardrobe stylist that I know, and we put this together out one day in the afternoon with a makeup artist, a stylist, and an assistant. I used the ring flash on this and natural light, and it was just a combination of ring flash and natural light, and it gave it kind of, and then the propping and everything gave it that kind of a 50s period feel.
What adds to the 50s feel here as well is the colors. Now, how much Photoshop is in such a picture?
The only thing that I did on this was I used a filter to create that kind of old style cast to it. Otherwise, it's right out of the camera. I don't do that much photoshopping per se, other than maybe a color correction or a slight color change. And for this, I just used a filter out of a filter set called Exposure. And they offer something, it's almost like an antique-y look.
Okay, let's have a look at another picture.
This was shot in the Bahamas for a Versace ad for a store in Atlantis that's located down in the Bahamas. I was down there shooting for a magazine called Passport to Paradise, and we were asked to actually it was great because I was down there right at the right time and got this job to shoot an ad for this store. So we shot actually a couple of different things for them. This was a swimsuit. I had the model literally climb up on this ledge, and this again was shot with a ring flash strobe mixed with sunlight. The only filter was also in exposure, and it basically desaturates the sky, makes it look almost black and white.
Another one?
This was also for that same job. This is a Versace dress. We shot this again in the Bahamas on a small island. The wind was blowing. That is not a fan. That is the wind was blowing so terribly hard. But what made it so great was the fact that the wind blew at exactly the right time, and the shape of the dress was perfect when I shot. And I saw the dress moving, and I shot at that moment, hoping that I was able to capture it, and I did. And they loved this shot. This ran full page, and this is what they had selected for the ad. And then I overpowered the sun with the ring flash. I shot this at like f11 and a half at 2/50th of a second, or f16, and that is the sunball right up in the corner.
How much power on the fill there?
Oh, a lot.
A lot, yeah.
Yeah, but I used the ring flash, the Hensel ring flash that's 1200 watt seconds, the Porty, and it works great. This was a test of a model that I had met in Los Angeles. She's fairly new, but I loved her look. I live in a loft there, and so I have great light coming in. And I wanted to try out the 5D Mark II with its natural light capabilities. And so we literally just shot this natural light, no fill cards anywhere, nothing. And we just did a test that day, a series that day. She moves very, very well, has a great look, has this great soft red hair, and literally it was just a day of fun.
It is still a very sensual photo. Is that something that...
I think that's sort of, I guess that's something I'm going to take with me forever. I mean, you try to, I think the reason that the models that I photograph tend to look sexy is I've been told that I'm very good at making the woman feel very comfortable in front of the camera. I mean, all the models that I photographed yesterday for the show at Guido's, they all came up to me later and said, "Oh, thank you so much. I can't believe how comfortable you made me feel." And there was like 400 or 500 people around us, literally watching us photograph her, and she had on like a bra and like little panties and stuff. And I mean, in front of 400 people, that's an amazing accomplishment for her. And I said, "Well, thank you. You're the one who did so great." And she goes, "Yeah, but you made me feel like there was nobody else around." And that's kind of part of what I take with me from working at the magazine for so long, because that was one of the main things that I had to deal with. Brand new models, never being in front of the camera, needing to be able to be comfortable enough to take all their clothes off and produce a very sensual, sexy picture.
Okay. Another one? Oh, that's the cover you got.
Yes, I got this cover after appearing here at Photokina in 2008. Photo Hits magazine did an article about me, and I sent them a lot of images, and they chose this particular image. It's an image that I did for a book that may I show you?
Yeah.
A book that I did. It's called Passion. It's a black and white book that I shot, and it's one of the images within the book. And they chose that one, and that's what they ran on the cover.
Now we put this in here because it shows that you've become quite famous in Europe as well. I mean, you're an American photographer, and
Yes.
it looks like they're all asking for you over here in Europe.
I think it's because Europeans have no problem with boobs. I hate to say it quite so bluntly, but it's true, and I love it over here. I mean, I've had articles written on me in Italy, France, Germany. I've worked for clients in those same places, as well as the UK. And so I think that, yes, they appreciate what I can do with women in beauty and not have the sort of stigma that the Americans tend to place with a woman's bosom. And I'm fed up with it. But I mean, it's like, I'd love to come over here and just work all the time.
Well, welcome to Europe.
Yeah, thank you very much.
David, you've always shot for print, for the Playboy, for your books, and
Yes.
you brought one of your prints with you right in front of us here.
Yes.
What's the importance of the actual printing for you?
Well, the printing is, I think it's tactile. It's something that I think we're always going to have. People want to have something that's tactile that they can touch and pick up and look at and maybe even frame and put up on the wall. When I do presentations now, I actually use an iPad. That's where my portfolio is, on an iPad, and you can scan through, or I can attach it to a plasma screen, that sort of thing, and do a presentation to an art director or whomever. But as far as a piece of art or something that a person would like to keep, a print is still the thing. And being from shooting for pages and print media all my life, I still maintain that the best presentation is something on a piece of paper, and I just love doing that. And so when I shoot, I also shoot with an awareness of how to make the best image that is best for printing on the page, because of all the years at Playboy, knowing how to control the shadows, how to control the highlights, and still create an image that's very, very special and exciting.
Great. Time is up, but David Mecy 2.0.
I think I'll title that my book, David Mecy 2.0. No, I'm kidding. No, I will. It's very exciting. I think it's a new place in my career. I'm really excited about moving on and doing some other things. That legacy that I carry with me at working at Playboy will always be there. I mean, it was my proving ground, so to speak, as a photographer, and I'm always going to have that. But now it's like I'm wanting to create some things that's all me, and it's about what I can do as a photographer that counts now, and that's what I'm doing.
Okay, looking forward to 3.0 in 2
3.0.
years' time, next
Well,
photokina.
there you go, in the next photokina, I'll be back with 3.0.
Thank you for being here
Thanks,
this
Mark.
time.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for watching. See you on the next show of photokinaTV, powered by FototTV. Goodbye.